Here's my business plan on how we're going to hit $10 million in annual revenue next year. So Well Oiled Operations hit the Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies in America for 2023. And let me tell you, we definitely have plans to hit it in 2024 as well. We are rapidly growing and we are looking at hitting a big milestone next year of $10 million. And a big question I get is, what are you going to do to make that happen? What's the plan? So I am dedicating this episode to giving all of the behind the scenes of what I'm about to do over the next 12 months. So I don't have final numbers for 2023 yet, because as I'm recording this, it is early November. All right. I am thinking we will be around the $6 million mark or so, but we've got about 60 days left. So we've got a lot in store for us. And it's usually November and December usually keep getting bigger compared to September and October. So we'll see what happens. But let's just say things go as planned and we end at 6 million. And I just said I want to go from 6 to 10 million. Now, these are big jumps. However, I want to let you know that we've always been a big jumper type business. We went from 500,000 to 900,000 in a year. We went from 900,000 to 1.9 in a year, right? So we've had some pretty significant jumps. Going from 2 million to 6 million, that's a pretty big jump, right? We have a track record of extreme growth. So when I say what I'm about to do, please know that when I say the plan, I am really looking at making that plan happen, okay? So anyway, with that said, I also don't think it's going to be easy. All those numbers I just told you, those weren't easy. That took a lot of work, a lot of strategy, a lot of failures, a lot of ups and downs. And I'm sure I've got a big year in store for things I don't even know it's existing yet. All right. Now, with that said, I watch a lot of our sales calls where people are interested in joining Well Oiled, and our sales team is working through their struggles, their goals, etc. I will audit a lot of those calls to get closer to my customers, see what they're struggling with. It helps me create content, be better in marketing, be better in the product, all of it, right? And on those calls, they usually tell the person where they are and where they want to go. And I attract big dreamers and I love it. They'll say things like, we're at 400,000, we want to hit 1 million next year, right? We're at 1 million, we want to go to 5 million next year. And then they'll say, my team will say to them, what's the plan? What are you going to do to get there? And 9 times out of 10, they don't have a plan. They have no idea. It's just a number they picked out of thin air that is telling them, I want to hit that. And my friends, that is not how you set goals, okay? So when I tell you I want to go from 6 to 10 million, I have the plan. I have everything laid out to a T, okay? So here is what our scale is going to look like. Now, I don't think you should copy this scale plan unless you are at similar size of business. You have similar team members, you have similar struggles. All of our problems are different, right? Where we want to go might be similar, but the stages we're currently in are different, right? So this is one of the reasons we do a free strategy call for people interested in Well Oiled. A one-on-one call, we look at your biggest struggle, your biggest $1 million problem, and help create the roadmap. Every roadmap we create is unique. It is custom. Unless you happen to be, again, the same size, you have the same goals, the same size team, all of that, which is rare, okay? So I'm going to share my plan because I want you to hear behind the scenes, but I also want you to know, don't copy this plan unless we are like an exact type of business, okay? So number one, and I did this in order of what I think is probably the most important and the most impactful, okay? So number one, it's more about the who than the how for us this year. Most of this is going to be hiring. The difference from where you're currently at and where you want to go is the number of people on your team, okay? And the quality of the people on your team. This is a quantity and quality game we're playing, right? So we have some pretty big new hires coming on board, okay? Number one, we just hired a full-time internal director of marketing. This person's already onboarded and here, okay? This is going to be massive for us. So just so you know, I have been the full-time marketing director along with 17 other hats, right? And I just hired somebody full-time internally, like an employee on the team. Sean is a rock star. I'm already learning so much from him. And I can't even believe that he is going to be able to put 40 hours a week into just marketing. Because let me tell you, I haven't had time to put in 40 hours a week. So that alone is going to scale the business, right? It like terrifies me and excites me all at the same time. So that is a big, big one. Okay. Another thing is multiplying current key players. So one of my key players and right hand is Sarah. If you are in Well Oiled, you are fully aware of who Sarah is and how amazing she is. But Sarah is one person and she has a limited amount of hours in the day she can work, right? So what we decided to do is, because she is maxed out, but there's so much more she could be doing, right? But again, she's one person, one work week, all of that. We decided to split her role. All right. So Sarah is transitioning into the Senior Director of Operations, and we are hiring a full-time Director of Customer Success. So that's a big, big role, right? We just doubled Sarah's opportunity, Sarah's workload, right? Because she's currently doing both, but she obviously can't be doing both at an A player level when they could both be 40 hours a week, just like me and marketing and a million other things I'm doing. Okay. So what's amazing is Sarah and I are the two biggest, biggest people in our company, right? We're the highest at the org chart. And we just multiplied both of us times 2. That alone, I could stop right there and say, that's the game plan. Our marketing's going to grow and our retention's going to grow. That right there could take us from 6 to 10 million. Easy. Okay. Because all it is a math game, right? It's a numbers game. So with this person right now, I actually have an amazing interview lined up today that I'm super excited about. Hopefully by the time you're listening to this person's hired it and they're already working with us. But we've got some really incredible people. I will say it gets scary hiring directors because it's the most money we've ever spent on bringing people on board. And these people are coming in with more experience than the business that we have, the size we have. They're coming in. They've already taken businesses to the $10 million mark and beyond, which is pretty incredible. Okay. So that's huge. Now, the last 2 people that I just talked about are leadership roles, right? Like I said, they have a large salary attached. The good news is we have had very healthy profit margins leading up. So I can easily afford them without being like, oh my goodness, I need to make money right now, right? If you know what I teach, you know we need to get them producing revenue as fast as possible. Okay. The goal over the next 90 days is for them to ramp up quickly and already start up leveling the company and already start profiting more than their salary. Okay. I am confident with not only them being able to produce their salaries, but because it just freed up. Like I can't tell you how much free time I'm going to have now with marketing and how much Sarah is going to have off her plate that she's going to be able to do. Like Sarah and I just got a chance to up level. And then these other people just up-leveled the company even more, right? So now I get to dive in, create like more content creation. I'm going to be doing more podcasts, more trainings. I'm going to be helping our clients. Like, how do we get faster results? How do we get them better results? How do we make them more money, right? So if you're in one of our programs right now, Well Oiled or Powerhouse Mastermind, you are seeing a ton of fresh content. All of that content is coming from me. I am able to step back into my zone of genius and really pour in where I believe it's going to help our clients the most. Okay. Now, our last hire in the leadership role will be a director of sales this year. Okay. I am strategically waiting on this one until the director of customer success is in and ready for me to scale. Because here's the deal. I could bring in a director of sales right now and blow up the sales. However, if customer success isn't ready to catch those sales, love up on our customers, make sure no balls are dropping, I'm going to damage my reputation. Okay. And I want you to see strategically why I'm doing that in this order, right? I want to make sure that when the salesperson comes in, fulfillment is just like ready to go. Okay. So that's going to be huge. And it's just going to add fuel to the fire. Again, I could stop there and say, and that's the plan. That's all we're doing. And I really believe those 3 people could help us go from 6 million to 10 million. So when I am telling you the difference between where you are and where you want to go is the people on your team, I am not kidding. I strategically put those in order. Okay. Now, in the next 6 months, we will have a fully stacked leadership team with incredibly skilled players. All right. We have the foundation of a $10 million company. We are just going to work on getting everybody in their zone of genius, blowing up their department. Okay. I am really excited. I'm excited just to like get some time back, right? I'm excited to be better at the things I'm doing. I'm excited to let go of a few things, right? Sarah and I have been doing the work of these 5 roles, just the 2 of us the last year, right? And it's time for us to really let go of a few things and let some people come in and do it better than us, which is so exciting. Okay. I think Sarah and I are going to really up level this year too. It's just been the 2 of us. And now we're going to have a room of 5 people in leadership having conversations. And I think the level of conversation alone is going to up level us. Okay. Now from there are only 2 positions that we probably will need to hire all year long, right? And that is quality coaches as the program grows and we retain even more clients, right? We call those people customer success managers. And then we need more sales representatives. So as we blow up marketing, because we require people to do a free strategy call with us to confirm if they're a good fit, we don't sell everybody into our program. We really want to make sure that it is a good fit and it's going to work for you. So everybody gets a free call, which means that's like 50 to 100 consults currently happening without us blowing up our marketing numbers. So I'm anticipating 100 to 150 calls a week happening. Okay. That means we're going to need more sales representatives. We actually call these people business consultants. We train them in our program. They go through the entire program. We train them in roadmaps so that they can diagnose a business and then put them on the right roadmap. So they come with sales experience, but they come also with business experience as well. So the people that we are hiring on our team, they've either had their own business, they maybe still have their own business, or they are in like the customer service, customer success role already. So they come with certain skill sets ready to go. Okay. Now, because we give one-on-one accountability calls in all of our programs, as we grow the amount of people, we also need to grow our coaching department. So those are 2 roles that we will probably permanently have sitting out on our website, on Indeed, places like that, always interviewing, always getting the bench warmed up. So the second we say, okay, we just blew up this month, we need 2 more people, we've got candidates ready to go. So we're going to be massively proactive and having people on the bench. So right now, as I'm recording this, I have a phenomenal closer that wants to come and work for us, somebody in the sales role, and she's ready. We are just basically waiting for the next opening, right? So a lot of times people are like, there's no good people out there. When you are becoming an A player business, you have A players saying, whenever you're ready to tap me in, I'm ready to play. Like, let's go, right? So we are building a bench of people that can't wait to work for us, which is pretty exciting. Okay. So as you can see, a massive part of our strategy is going to be hiring, right? Same business model, same funnels, just more people at a higher caliber that can do it better. Okay. So when you hear me say over and over and over, stop using recruiting firms and start learning how to hire, do you see why? Do you see how much of my plan next year is recruiting and hiring phenomenal people and getting them ramped up as fast as possible? The business owners that are trying to skip the struggle and skip learning that skill set, you are only hurting yourself and making yourself more reliant on an outside agency. It's time to learn this skill set and be able to build your own bench and be ready to go to have that next person coming on in. Okay. All right. Number 2, number 1 was like massive, hire amazing people. Number 2 is short, really short. It's clean up what we have going on. We don't need new. We need to have everything we've got going on, just make it better. So we were going to have every department head go into their department, get their hands dirty, clean up the systems, make them stronger, make them more scalable. That's it, right? Hire amazing people and have them do what they know how to do. Okay. So right now we have 2 funnels, okay? 2 marketing funnels. One is our free 60-minute Protect Your Profit webinar. I have been doing that for over a year and like 4 months, okay? It is pretty dialed in. The numbers are solid. we are in optimization mode. So we aren't looking for drastic jumps. We are just trying to make 1% better at each stage of the funnel. Okay. It is a solid dialed in funnel. We're golden. We're keeping it. We're maximizing it. Okay. Now our second funnel is actually our highest converting funnel, which is our free 3-day virtual conference, Well Oiled Live, right? If you're listening to this, I think we're doing one in January. So you can go to welloiledlive.com. The new date will be up. You can get registered. It's a free event, okay? This funnel is the newer funnel, okay? I've done this event 5 times. I think this will be number 6 if you join us. So 6 times might sound like a lot to you. Like 6 times, I should be pretty well oiled by now, right? But that's what I want you to understand. We don't call it well-oiled operations. We call it well-oiled operations mastery. And we have it pretty dialed in, but we haven't mastered it, okay? And every single time I do it, I am making it better and better and better. So we just actually, as I'm recording this, we just finished one like a week ago, okay? We did it like the first week in November. And we immediately, the day it ended, started working on ways to make it better for the January event. There is so much room for improvement in this funnel, and we are going to make it one of our best events because we know it's already the highest converting, okay? Now, it is currently a 12-hour event in 1 week, all right? We did have 2 coaches come in and teach like an hour each day. So I taught 10 hours of the 12 hours, all right? Now, one of the things we saw in this event was how much people loved getting to experience our other coaches that are also in the program. And one of the things we decided was we have a lot of subject matter experts, people in marketing, people in operations, HR, right? People in like product delivery, fulfillment, et cetera. And we decided, what if we made the event a little bit more well-rounded and we brought in our A players? What if you got to meet all of these people I am raving about and they taught you what they were doing in their department? So that is a massive change we're about to make for January. So if you haven't attended one, or maybe you have attended one, the content is going to be changed. Some will be brand spanking new sessions. It's going to be brand new people teaching, brand new to you, not to me. They've been on my team for years, but we're going to be bringing in different experts. So definitely make sure to check it out because we're going to continue to refine that event over and over until, again, it is well oiled. Okay. That's going to be huge. Now, it's also going to relieve a little bit of the pressure on me of, hey, Stacy, can you find me 3 days in 1 week where you're free for 12 hours? Not that easy, right? So this is going to be a whole lot easier if we decide, okay, I'm half the event. Now, all of a sudden it's, can we find 6 hours, which is a whole lot easier than finding 12, right? I think you'll find it interesting this year how we're going to make me not as big as we make well-oiled as big. Our framework is the hero here. Our framework is the guide. And you're going to start to see like even Stacy needs more than just Stacy, right? You're going to see the people I hire, the experts I bring in that are smarter than me in specific areas. And I'm really excited to be able to do that and share those people with you as well. Another thing we're doing is we are leaning in to live in-person events. One thing that happened during COVID was a lot of people stopped their events, right? And we really didn't. We actually took one of our events virtual, and we didn't even just take it virtual. We took it virtual, but then took that event and just put it like 2 months later. And we never took away our live in-person events from our clients. We had an option for you to come in virtually so you could feel safe and you wouldn't have to be in person. But I just believe in person so much. I think if you just keep doing DIY online courses and that's all you do, you're really missing the opportunity to get out of your office, to, get out of the day-to-day and immerse yourself and get motivated and get inspired and meet new people and all of that. So we are an events company and we love it. We're amazing at them. I think just like I'm a party planner, like in my home, like we're the house that everybody comes to when we host events, like every holiday, we are the place to go, whether it's summer or winter, doesn't matter, right? My studio puts on two huge recitals with thousands of people in attendance every year. We have music recitals. We have drama, like theater performances. We are putting on community events. We are just like, we know how to do it. We've been doing it for 21 years. And I think it's like just my natural behavior. So one of the things we realized was, wow, everybody's leaning out and away from in-person events because they're costly. And if you don't know what you're doing, right, it can be a big thing. And we realize we're going to lean in when everybody's leaning away. Okay. And I will tell you though, our plan right now is that all of our events are for clients only. So I don't want to get your hopes up. If you're like, yes, I love going to one of your events. We have so many clients that we want to just love up on even more and get them better results. So for us currently right now for 2024, the events we have on the calendar are for Well-Oiled and for Powerhouse. Okay. Well-Oiled Live, our free event, that is open to the public, but our actual like internal events are for clients. And that alone, we already have proof, statistics, data that our events increase retention and get clients better results. The people that leave the event are so motivated, they go home and they do, right? And then they might stay in the program a little longer so they can go to the event. And then when they're at the event, they're like, what was I thinking? I'm not leaving, right? And then they renew. So we know that leaning into events and putting on like top quality events for business owners is going to be something that really adds to it. We also added this year for Powerhouse, our mastermind, we're doing something big and crazy, and we're going to Paris. So that is a bonus retreat that we threw in for our powerhouses that, again, is just a little different, something that you're not going to find everywhere, something that you may never do on your own or get to do or take the time to do. And now you have an excuse to come to Paris and enjoy and enjoy the journey, right? So these are things that we are putting into place in 2024. Okay. Now, there's so much more I can get into, but I don't want to distract you from the big things. Like if you wanted me to just to go through every single change, there'd be a list of a gazillion things, right? We have a pretty large team and we can all work on some big projects. But the things I just shared, those are the things that are going to change the trajectory of where we're going. The little stuff is going to move the needle a tiny bit. The big stuff I just shared is going to be the thing that like blasts us off on a rocket ship. Okay. So doing less better is our plan, right? And I'm excited to bring you on this journey. Now, if you love this kind of behind the scenes look of just like what's going on inside of Well-Oiled, and you are a business owner already making multiple 6 figures per year, maybe you have a team of 3 people or more, and you are interested in building a 7 or 8 figure business, come join us in our Powerhouse Mastermind. We currently have applications open. You can go to smallbusinesspowerhouse.com for all of the details. Like I said, we have a few more spots open if you want to join us in our next upcoming retreat in 2024 in person. I can't wait to see you there.